Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's Success Tips with Danielle. My name is Danielle K. Howell, and today I'm going to be talking about how to become a savvy marketer. Most of us, and I'm just going to share this out, most of us want to become, successful online. We want to have the dream. We want to live the dream life. We want to have the cars and the house and the vacations and all this great stuff, right? We want to have all this stuff, but yet there's something holding us back. And what is that that's holding us back? What's holding us back is the skills that you need to become a savvy marketer. Now, there's lots of marketers out there. There's marketers who, I don't know what they consider themselves doing, but, they're marketing, so they think. But in order for you to become a savvy marketer, there are 3 things that you must do. And let me just share this out so that, I can get some people on here. So in order for you to become a savvy marketer, right, there's a difference between just being a marketer and being a savvy marketer. Excuse me. And what's the difference? Well, I'm going to tell you the difference. The difference is this. Sorry, and I don't have my water with me of all days. There's something in my throat. Let me clear that out. So what's the difference, right? The difference between marketing and being a savvy marketer is the difference between, selling a product and selling a vision, selling a product and selling a mission, right? Today I was doing my journaling, right? I like to journal. And so I was sitting out in my backyard, watching my little puppy run around the backyard, and I was journaling, right? And, there's times when I get inspired. I went out to the lake and I walked around. I did some jumping jacks and, I got my energy up, right? Because energy is everything. Energy is everything. So I, got my energy up and after that, I came back home and I let my dog out and I sat in the backyard and I started journaling. Right. And I started journaling about my mission, about my vision, who it is that I want to touch. Because in essence, when you are marketing, right, I think a lot of people miss this. You're not marketing a product or a service. I was reading a GoFundMe campaign, which I'm going to go fund this campaign. This is a campaign about a very prolific marketer, Mark Hurrison. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's like one of the best marketers in the industry. And he has stage 4 cancer. And, he's made millions of dollars online. And it's just, sad to see. I'm hoping that he'll listen, or his family will listen. I do have something that I think, I've read a lot of research about this that helps cancer patients. I'm going to send this information over to them, but I'm also going to fund the campaign. But he was, and he still is, a very savvy marketer. He's even marketing on his GoFundMe campaign, right? So what is the difference, right? How can you, if you're in network marketing, or if you're an affiliate marketer, or you're a Shopify store owner or whatever, right? And you're on social media, like Facebook right now is banning cryptocurrency. They don't want any cryptocurrency ads or any Bitcoin ads, right? So, people are messaging me, oh my gosh, Danielle, how are we going to market? How do you market? When you're a savvy marketer, you can market anything. It's not about, there's ways to get around things. There's ways to get around the bans. There's ways to get around these things, but you got to learn the skills. So today I'm going to give you three pointers on how you can immediately separate yourself from being an ordinary, marketer or whatever you are trying to do right now to being a savvy marketer. Savvy marketers, they generate leads. Right? I always talk about leads. Savvy marketers know how to get people's attention. Savvy marketers know how to speak mission, vision, and purpose and not just sell a product. Because savvy marketers know that when they market the right way, the sale is easy. That's the difference between a savvy marketer and a marketer who doesn't know what to do. And I had to learn these things, right? I had to learn these things over time. It took me some time to learn these things. I'm still learning. I'm so excited. Like I'm just about to start. Oh man, probably one of the best programs of my business right now. I'm about to start something new. So you guys will be hearing about this very, very soon, very, very soon, very, very soon. Something new that I'm starting, and I'm super duper excited about it. So let me give you these 3 pointers. Let me give you these 3 pointers so that you can understand why you're not making any sales, why people are not inboxing you to send you the link, why people are not knocking down your door, your virtual door, so to speak, to join your business or your program or buy your products. Let me just give you some really crucial tips, some steps that you need to take in order to become a savvy marketer, not an ordinary marketer. You want to be a savvy marketer, a marketer that stands out from the crowd. You want to be a marketer who, when you speak, people listen, right? You want to be a marketer who gets results. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Ultimately, it's all about the results. Because if you're not getting results, if you're not making money, what's the result? The money that you make, so that you can touch more lives, so that you can help more people, right? That's in this industry. That's how we define, results. That's how we define most of our success, by the money that we make, so that we can continue to grow ourselves and to grow our business, so that we can help more people, right? The more people you help, the more money you make, right? So it goes hand in hand, and it's a great thing. It's great, right? So number 1, how do you become more of a savvy marketer? You got to help more people, right? Stop trying to sell your products and start coming from a place of charity, a place of help. Like when I was journaling this morning, that's what I was, writing down. I was just writing down my mission and my vision to help more women, right? Because I've been through a lot of things in my life, a lot, right? And I know there are a lot of women out there who's been through a lot of things as well. And so I've been put here to go through my experiences. And it's so funny because I was talking to somebody yesterday, one of my students, and she's a student of mine, and she had to take a leave, because she had some medical things that she had to take care of. And now she came back, right? She came back. She's like, Danielle, you're in my life for a reason. She's probably watching this right now. She told me, she's like, you're in my life for a reason, and I want to start. I want to get back on track. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do half of the things that I was able to do. Unfortunately, sickness came upon her or whatever, but now she's healed and she's back, right? And so I told her, where we can start, so I can start putting her back on track, so that she can start, running the business that she wants. She wants to help women as well, right? And so that's one of the things that I was writing down in my journal when I journaled this morning, like, my mission, my purpose. Because if you don't have a purpose, and that's number 2. So the first thing is this: you have to help more people. You have to learn how to get yourself out the way and really speak your message and your vision and your purpose to other people. That's where your success lies, right? You really won't feel fulfilled. I don't care how much money you make. You won't feel fulfilled if you're not helping a lot of people. So let's say you make, a 6-figure income on your job. I know a lot of people that make 6 figures and they still hate their job, right? Because they don't feel fulfilled. What's the big deal of making 6 figures? First of all, the tax man takes most of it, right? You could say you're a 6-figure earner at your job, but the tax man takes a lot, right? And then you have to probably drive hours and hours back and forth to work. So you're missing out on half of your life, right? The stress of that alone can kill you, right? So there's so many factors to money, right? We think that we have to make all this money and that's going to give us a certain level of prestige. But I'm going to tell you this: money is just money. Money is just energy. There's money all around us. You don't have to drive hours and hours and hours to a job that's unfulfilling to make money. I'm living proof of that. I used to drive. It wasn't that far away, but I don't have to do that anymore. And I make more money now than I did ever at my job. So why? And why is that? Because I help more people. My energy is here. This is where I love to be. This is what I love to do. This is, when I wake up in the morning, I love to, contemplate on who can I help today? How can I show up as my best self? What can I give of value, of purpose to the people who's listening, to the people who's watching, to the people who trust me, to the people who, exchange money with me, to the people who I coach, to the people who I mentor. This is so important. To be a marketer is not just about selling. It's about marketing your ideas, marketing your experiences, marketing your story, marketing your purpose, your passion, your mission, and your vision. And if you've ever been coached by me, those 4 things is what I speak about all the time. Your purpose, passion, purpose, mission, and vision. I speak about that synonymously with marketing and selling and all that stuff, right? So you have to help more people, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you have to understand that your message is going to resonate with just a few select type of people. Like one of the things that I teach in my, I have a boot camp that I teach students on how to do their social media, how to do marketing and things like that. And one of the things I teach them is how to define a target market, right? So when you're marketing, you got to know who you're talking to. Yes, you have to help more people, but you can't help everybody, right? You can't help everybody. One of the things that I learned early on was that if you market to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. Right? If you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. So one of the things that you really have to do, that's number 2, is define who you are marketing to. What is it that they want? What is it that they desire? What is it that they are afraid of? What keeps them up at night? Right? This is where your message comes in. It doesn't matter what you're selling. This is where your message comes in. You have to get crystal clear on your target audience, so that you can impart your purpose, your passion, your mission, and your vision onto them. It doesn't matter about the naysayers. It's like, oh, who is that person? Who cares what she's saying? You're not talking to those people. You're talking to the people who want to hear what you have to say. And there are going to be people out there, but you have to believe that. And that's number 3. You have to have a level of belief about what you do that's so strong that it will never deter you from showing up. Right? You got to show up. You got to show up. You got to show up for your leads. You got to show up for your potential customers. You have to show up for the people who have already, made contact with you. You got to show up, and you got to give them something of value all the time. And that's number 4, giving value. Giving value. That's what marketing is all about. Marketing is marketing. Selling is selling, right? That's why when you have a great system that does the selling for you, it's perfect. It's perfect. Just the other day, matter of fact, yesterday, I always have all my boards here. Let me move you can see this big old thing I have here, right? This big old graph here, right? This is all the stuff, right? And that's just for one of my lists that I have, that I generate leads from, right? And it just, it just highlights, and I just write down, what I need to do first, this email, that email. You have to follow up with your people. Hello, Rosalind. Good afternoon, right? You have to follow up with your people, and you have to give them something. If you're generating leads, which you should be, if you're going to be a savvy marketer, you must generate leads every day, at least on the low end, at least 30 leads a day. At least this concept changed my business, and it changed my life. When I first started marketing, I had no clue about any of this stuff. None of it, guys. Listen, I was such a total newbie. I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know anything about Facebook. I didn't know anything about anything. Literally, I barely had a Facebook page. And so when I first got online and I wanted to start making money online, I didn't know what to do. So I struggled. And it wasn't until one of my mentors at the time said, you got to generate 30 leads a day. 30 leads a day. And that will generate you 2 sales a day. Now, don't get confused with leads and sales. Okay. Leads are people who are raising their hand and saying, hey, I'm interested in what you have. Right. So what do? They put in their name and email address. Leads are people who are coming through the front door. Right. They're coming through the front door. They're taking a peek. They're seeing, what is it? What's going on? Is this something that I want? And, is this a person that I want to work with? Right? They're kind of feeling you out. And that's why it's so important for you to show up. Right? So those are leads. Right? So when you are generating leads every day, and you are generating at least on the low end 30 leads a day, this changed my life, guys. It did. This is what allowed me to make my first $1,500 day online. And since then, I've gone on to create, a great income from home. But that was my gateway. When I made my first $1,500 day, then I had my first $5,000 day. Game over. It was a game changer for me, but it was because of the leads. And as a matter of fact, I remember that first $1,500 day, I was taking a nap. I remember it like it was yesterday. Like I was working so hard, guys, 90 days. I was on a 90-day strict plan, 90 days, boom, 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 90 days, marketing, generating leads, marketing, 90 days. And I was at it. 30 leads every day, 30, 40, 50, like I was generating leads every day. And I made sure that I was generating, I had charts. This is how I just showed you this chart right here. I had a chart showing me, the leads that I was generating. I would write it down, right? And after 90 days, I had my first $1,500 day. I was taking a nap. I was exhausted. That 90 days knocked me out. But I made my first $1,500 sale. Yes, I had made sales before that, but that was my biggest day. And ever since then, I've gone on to do incredible things in my business. And it's because I know who I'm talking to. I know who my target audience is. I show up with valuable content, and I continue to connect with people, right? And in this new venture that I'm going to be doing, which I'm so excited about, I'm going to be learning even more about collaborating and things like that. I can't wait to bring this information to you because I'm always investing in myself, right? I invest thousands of dollars in my education, thousands of dollars, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars on my education so that I can grow as a marketer, as a leader in this space, as an entrepreneur, as a work from home mom, now a single mom. I'm a single work from home mom who have defied, in my opinion, all odds. Guys, because I have a story, I'm not here just because I knew somebody. No, I'm here because I worked hard and I love people. I love to help people and I love to help myself first. I had to learn to help myself first so that I can help more people. Because when you're full, right? When you're full and you are in alignment with your purpose, your mission, your vision, and your passion, when you are in alignment, everything just flows to you easily. But you got to get unstuck. I was stuck for quite some time. I was stuck, right? I was stuck. I had money issues. I was stuck. I was broke all my life, all my life. From the time I was born, I think I was born broke, So I had to remove a lot of money obstacles. That feeling of accepting money from other people, that was a problem for me. But not anymore, because I understand that money is energy. And when I exchange my energy with someone else, they exchange their energy in the form of money with me. And I'm fine with that. And it allows me to have a beautiful life, a beautiful atmosphere. When I look out my window, when I open my eyes, all I see is beauty now. Before it was like, oh, I'm still stuck, I'm still stuck. I was stuck at a certain income level. I was stuck. I had to remove some things out of my life. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But to be a savvy marketer, guys, you got to know who you're talking to, right? You got to talk to people. You got to connect with people, even if it's on the internet. I connect with people all around the world, just by doing things like this, a video, right? Video, live video, or whatever. I'm connecting with you right now because you're in another world. You're in another state or another country. Maybe not another world, but you're in another country, another state, another time zone, but I'm still connecting with you. And you can resonate with what I'm saying because maybe you are right now trying to learn how to become a savvy marketer. You're stuck. And I always tell people, you can't get unstuck by yourself. I mean, you just can't. I've tried that route. And even now, sometimes because when you're online, you only know what you know. Right? That's why I always invest in myself so that I can increase my knowledge, so I can increase my relationships with people, with marketers, with millionaires, because that's where I get my food. That's where I get my energy. I get that from these people who have come before me and who do more than me. right? They know more than me. So I'm eager to learn with my pad and paper, right? Otherwise, I just have to watch some videos or read some books. But I want to, get that interaction, have that mastermind and things like that. I just can't wait. I can't wait. There's a lot of great stuff coming this year, guys. A lot of great stuff. So number one, let me wrap it up. Number one, right? You have to connect with people, because remember, at the end of the day, when you're marketing and you're making sales, the money that you make are in the pockets of other people. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with the fact that they're giving you money for your information or for your education, whatever you are providing them, your service, your product, whatever it is. But you have to connect with people, because the people is where your money is. Number two is that you have to know your target audience. You got to know which people you're connecting with, right? Because if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. So you got to know who you are talking to, right? You got to speak their language, and and the only way you can really speak somebody's language is if you show up authentically. Right? Don't put on any airs. Don't put on any, extra stuff. Don't be who you're not. Just be yourself. So this way you can connect with the people who resonate with you the most. Because if you start showing up as somebody else, and then and when they get to know you a little better, they're like, oh, I thought you was something else. No, show up as yourself. So this way there's no surprise. Like, you're this way online. If they meet you in person, you're the same person. That sort of thing, right? Don't be somebody that you're not. So know your target audience so that you can connect with them in the right way, right? The third thing is that you have to have you have to generate leads, right? You got to generate the leads. And that comes from delivering valuable content that will help someone, content that will, give someone some information, teach something, whatever it is that right? It doesn't even always have to be connected to your business or your product. Just talk about something that is valuable. Talk about something that you think people will listen to. That's why it's so important to be around the right people so that you can get the right stuff. What goes into your mind goes into your heart, and what goes into your heart comes out of your mouth, right? Remember that. What goes into your mind goes into your heart. What goes into your heart comes out of your mouth. So you got to be very important. Be very mindful what you listen to, songs, whatever. You got to listen to the right stuff and be around the right people. Get the right type of food for your brain so that you can ingest and digest some real good stuff that's going to come out, so that when you speak, people will listen. That you're not saying things that are irrelevant or just doesn't make any sense, right? You want to be someone of purpose, right? Remember, your purpose, your passion, your mission, your vision. Those 4 things, write that down so that you can know how to proceed forward. Very important. And the third thing is that was that the third thing? Well, I had a fourth thing. That you have to connect with your people. Once they become leads, right? Once they're in your space, once they're in your home, just think of a lead as someone coming to your home, right? You got to offer them something to eat, offer them something to drink, right? Give them something that they are thankful for, entertain them, give them a reason to stay, right? When you're a marketer, it's not enough to just bring in a lead, but you got to keep that lead and you got to convert that lead into a sale, because that's where your freedom lies. It lies with the connection and the relationship that you have with your leads. Because once you've mastered that, that's what all savvy marketers do. And I've been so thankful, and I've been so blessed to have worked, and I still continue to work with probably the most savviest marketers on this planet, I consider, right? And they've taught me so much, and I continue to learn from them. And so, you got to be a student. You got to be a student. You got to be a student of this industry. And you got to learn to do things that are probably out of your comfort zone. But once you learn to get out of your comfort zone more often, your comfort zone, the outside of your comfort zone is going to become more comfortable. It just will. Like, doing videos and things like this is probably out of most of you guys' comfort zone. But I'm going to tell you, if you start to do it, it will get more and more comfortable. It will get easier as the time goes on. I used to be uncomfortable as well. But now I'm like, all right, I have to show up This is what I've been destined to do. So why would I hide what I need to impart, right? If I have knowledge that I need to impart, then I got to speak it, right? Who I'm going to tell it to? My little puppy that's sitting under my foot right here? No, I got to speak it to the people who are listening, my target audience, right? So where's Rosalind saying? Right now I'm trying to buy a house to take care of the elderly. How can I market this business? Well, I just told you. I just told you. You market by showing up. Who's your target audience, right? Who's your target audience? What is your What is your mission? What is your mission? Your passion, your purpose. What vision do you have? Do you have a vision? If not, sit down and create a vision for your business, right? What business are you in? What are you selling? Who would benefit from what you're selling? What are their problems? What are their issues? What's keeping them up at night? What kept you up at night to get you into that business, right? So these are all the things that you have to think about. You know, when I think about when I first started my business, as most of you know, I wanted to be home with my kids. I was broke. I was in debt. Yes, I was a school teacher, but it didn't matter. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to do something that mattered. I didn't feel like that really mattered. And I hate to say that, but I didn't feel like that mattered because I didn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I had to follow a curriculum. It's not like I could have did anything I wanted to do, to help those children. No, I had to follow a curriculum, and a curriculum that I didn't particularly agree with, basically. So, so that it was just a lot of factors, and I wanted to be home. I wanted to be home with my kids. I think that a mom being home with her kids is like the best thing ever. I had all of my kids grow up in daycare, all of them. And, I'm just like, at the time, my kids were, what were they, 9? I think my youngest one was 9 at the time. She's 12 now, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 9 or 8. And she didn't want to go to the after school anymore. She would cry. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I felt like crying, right? And I just felt stuck. That was a time in my life when I felt very stuck. I felt stuck. And so I wanted to be home. That was the biggest thing I wanted to do. I wanted to be home. I like to be home. I like to cook. I like to go to the, I like to jog. I like to be home. I like to have the house nice and clean. I like that kind of stuff, right? I like when my kids come home, they're like, hi, Mom, and I'm there and, give them a nice healthy snack after school, send them off in the morning with a nice healthy breakfast, no rushing and yelling. I remember I used to yell and rush every day out at the door. It was just awful. It was awful. Always yelling at them, hurry up, because I had to get to work. Right? None of that. Stress-free mornings. They're stress-free. I'm stress-free. And we just live such a better life, such a better life. And I believe that every parent, every child deserves to have her mother or his mother. They deserve it. They came into this life because you brought them here. And then you're just going to hand them over to strangers. I've seen videos of kids being abused in daycares. And I remember my son used to come home with other people's pacifiers. He didn't even suck a pacifier. Pacifiers in his bag, in a diaper bag. And back then, it was just something I was going through the motions. I wasn't as aware. I wasn't as conscious as I am now. I wasn't as conscious as I am now. I just was going through the motions because that's what I was taught to do. I thought that's what everybody was supposed to do. You leave your kids in daycare and you go off to work. No, mommy can't come to the play because mommy has to work, And after a while, I was like, no, this is not how it's supposed to be. Who says this is how we're supposed to be? That's what they say, but that's not what I say, right? I want to live my life healthy, wealthy, free. I want my children to be as healthy. I don't want them eating school lunch. I want to be able to pack them a great lunch. I don't want them eating school breakfast because I have to drop them off early. I want to give them healthy breakfast. My kids started gaining weight, by eating that school food. But anyway, I'm getting off the topic. But anyway, listen, guys, there is a way to become a savvy marketer, right? If you have not gotten my free success blueprint, go ahead and get access to that. There is a link around this video. It's free. It gives you my 5-step blueprint. The 5 things that I did that I incorporated in my life and in my business to help me move from where I was to where I am now and where I am going, right? Because life is a journey and so is your business. It's a journey. You should be always moving forward. right? So that blueprint gives you my 5 steps that I took, that I continue to take, right? It's not the 5 steps that I took and now I don't have to do it anymore. No, I continue to do those things. I continue to use that blueprint as my blueprint for success over and over and over again. I use it for my students. Like I literally let them copy my blueprint. And they, you know, one of my students, I was shocked. She printed it out. I don't even know how many pages, but she printed out the blueprint so that she could have a hard copy of it. This blueprint is like my little, you know, Bible, my business Bible, so that I don't forget what brought me where I am, right? And if you remove one thing from that blueprint, you're out of balance. You need all 5. You need all 5. And I talk about generating leads. I talk about how important a mentor is. I talk about how important it is to have a system in place so that you're not a slave to your business. I talk about these stuff. I talk about your mindset. So important, guys. So important. I talk about your surroundings, right? Who you surround yourself with, because ultimately you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. Are they broke? If they're broke, problem, you know, most likely you're broke. If they're blue collar worker and making minimum wage, most likely you're hanging out with blue collar. You're probably a blue collar worker making minimum wage. That's where I was. I wasn't making minimum wage, but it felt like it. Blue collar worker, right? But now I have a millionaire mindset. I hang out with millionaires, multimillionaires, mentors, coaches. That always help me to think more, and so I can move higher and higher in my life and in my business. I mean, in my health, all around, not just business, right? Not just money, my health, right? My mindset, my finances, you know, even down to how to incorporate your business. All this stuff is very important. How to give back to your community, you know, how to do these things. It's like you got to be around the right people. And if you want to be a savvy marketer, you got to learn this stuff. And the ultimate thing is that you have to invest in yourself. You have to, because without investment, there is no reward. You got to invest in yourself. So my friends, I hope this was informative. I thank you so much for showing up. This has been Danielle's success tips for you today. I hope you wrote some notes down and that you are ready to move forward, because what happens now? Like, you know, you don't move forward. What happens? You remain the same. Are you happy where you are? That's the question you have to ask yourself. If you're happy where you are, great, beautiful, beautiful. Most people aren't. Most people aren't. If you're not happy where you are, you need to do something different. And you got to stop making excuses. Excuses will get you nowhere. Excuses will keep you stuck. Excuses will keep you broke. Excuses will keep you, just doing the same old things over and over and over and over and over again. Rosalind says no. Well, Rosalind, if you're not happy where you are, get my success blueprint. You probably already have it. I think you're on my list. I'm also doing a webinar this Thursday, guys, and I'll be sharing with you, how you can get closer to me, how I can mentor you and coach you one-on-one and group coaching, because I do those things. I think I'm like the only one in the industry, probably one of the very few in the industry that still does one-on-one coaching with her students, because I want to see people win. I want to see people win, and I want to see people, get clear on what it is that they want for their lives and in their business. Because I always say, if I could do this, a single mom. Well, I wasn't single when I first started, as most of you probably already know. But now I am. I'm a single mom. I am I was a teenage mom, no mother, no father. By the age of 15, I had neither one. Right? Literally, if I can do this, I dropped out of high school. If I can do this, anybody can. Because I pulled myself up by the bootstraps. I didn't let my past define me, and I still don't. No matter what happens in my life, I don't let those things define me, because I know that I'm on the path to help others. And as long as you continue to put people first, you will always be blessed. You will always be rich. You will always, if you come from a place, remember I said, in that alignment, that place of alignment where you are aligned with your purpose, your passion, your mission, and your vision, you can't fail. You cannot fail. You get your confidence up, and you speak your mission, and you tell your story, and you connect with people, you will make a lot of money, because Your money comes from your story. I was talking to somebody, I was watching somebody's Facebook Live yesterday, and she was saying how, and a lot of you probably know her, Stormy Wellington. She's like I love watching her. She's so amazing. She talked a lot about her story, and she had me in tears yesterday. I was watching her Facebook Live, and, I just love women that are authentic and that tell their stories, because ultimately we are a bunch of stories. That's all we really are. We are a walking bundle of stories. And if you learn to put your ego aside and your fears aside and your, all that stuff that holds people back, if you learn to push that away and you show up as your authentic self, sometimes the tears may fall. I've been on my calls before crying, right? I think I've even been on Facebook Live before crying. Why? Because I'm blessed. And at the same time, sometimes to shed some tears, you got to release, right? Tears is just emotion. It's just emotion, but it's okay, right? It's okay. We live in this age where it's all about technology, right? Technology. I got to be here on this video camera in order to connect with you. But that's okay. But if I connect with you authentically and you can feel my heart, that's all that matters. It's the same as if you were sitting right here next to me and I'm talking to you. That's how you have to be as a marketer, right? You have to speak from your heart. If you need notes here and there, it's okay. But really, speaking from your heart is the way to connect with people. You can have notes, you can have all this stuff, but people want to know that you're authentic and that you're not reading from a hands full of notes, but you're reading and you are speaking from your heart because you care about people. Rosin says, I went in a house that I love, but don't know the if about it. You don't know about it? Well, it's like this house, right? I did not know anything about this house that I have right now. I was in a transition. I was at the point where I was like, I have to leave. I have to leave. I literally moved myself and my children, my 3 children, from New York City, and now I'm down in Florida. I had never been to Florida before. And I trusted God. I trusted the universe that I would get the house that was meant for me. And did it come with some adversity? Yes. There were houses that I looked at that, I didn't get approved and all this stuff. Like there was things that was setbacks, but none of those houses compared to this one. This was the most beautiful house. And, and sometimes we don't even know how we're going to do things. Right? But I'm telling you, if you stay aligned and if you stay aligned with your passion and your purpose and your mission and your vision, and you continue to speak that and you put what you want out into the atmosphere, you write it down and you believe that you deserve it and that you're going to get it. Guess what? You will get everything that you want. I lack for nothing. And, people would be like, well, before you had a husband and he could have helped you. I have no help, no help. Some of you have been in my calls, I have zero help. But yet I live more abundantly than ever before. Why? Because it was meant this way. It was meant this way. And, and I would say, I still believe in love, right? I mean, I'm not ready to start dating yet or anything like that, but I believe in true love. I just do. But at the same time, you got to know what you're worth, right? You don't want to be disrespected, and you don't want to have a relationship where you are disrespecting each other either, right? If you have a relationship where where it is just a need to disrespect each other just because you offended me, now I'm going to offend you. And, that kind of relationship is not good. It's not good. Not at all. Right? So you have to make some changes. And that's the kind of relationship that's always, some people have friendships like that. You arguing, calling this one that name, that. And then you have to, you gotta break cycles, guys. You gotta break cycles. You got to break cycles so that you can be set free. You got to set yourself free so that you can open up to the abundance that's waiting for you. So, you got to let go. You got to let go and let God. You got to let go. Let go, sow your seeds, work, and let God handle the rest. Don't mull over it like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? I don't see it happening. Let go and let God. Let God guide you, right? Let God guide you. Because when you do, hey, Paula, when you do, you will see incredible things happen in your life and in your business. It's remarkable. I can't even put into words the things that have happened to me in these past few years. I can't even really like describe it. It's been like something like, I would just can say miracles. Miracles. Miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle. And the more miracles that happen, the more I learn to let go. The more I learn. Because before, when I was trying so hard, like nothing was working. Like literally, I used to literally be behind my computer 24 hours a day. Not sleeping, stressed out, trying to figure all this stuff out. And then I just started to let go. When I learned how to put my systems into place, generating my leads, having things that work for me automatically, I was able to let go. And I don't have to work 24, 25, 26 hours a day. Couple hours a day, and I still make more money in one day usually than I used to make all week at my job. And so can you. So can you. Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. So I hope this was informative. Share this out, guys. Share this with your social media followers. Start sharing content that can help somebody. Because guess what? This is not all about you. This is about people who want to be free. So share this out. If you found this valuable, share this video out and, leave me some comments. I know I'm on my business page and I'm on my personal page. I can't see the comments from my personal page. But I hope that you enjoyed this and you just, you learned a little bit more about me. You felt a little bit more connected to me as I continue to show up here and give you, anything that I know, and everything that I know, I'm going to share. And I will be having a webinar tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, I'll send out the links. Be on my email list. You will be getting the link today to register for that webinar. And have a great rest of your day. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.